This is Jake Momopovi. I'm just hopping on to do my first LinkedIn Live here as I try and bring some more insights out to sustainability and clean tech and impact founders, just to help them raise the money that they need to go and build the businesses that they dream of building so they can have the impact that we all need them to see in the world. And today I just wanted to talk about building a founder profile and why it's really important for founders to do that and how they can do that. So when we think about how we're fundraising, a lot of it really comes down to some basic marketing. And as Daniel Pink said, humans are always selling. And when it comes to making a decision or even getting in front of an investor or a venture capitalist, they need to know, like, and trust us, which are three of those basic marketing concepts. But obviously, if they don't know who we are, or we just come through to them as an email, it's very difficult for them to know us, to get to like us, or even to trust us in that short space of time. And so really, just like many of us will do in more D2C-based businesses, we'll need to nurture some of those customers being investors. And so one way to do that is to build our founder profile so that they know what we're all about. And there's a few relatively simple ways that we can do this. Now, my two big caveats here are that the diminishing returns on time. So if you just spend a small amount of time here, you're likely to have a big impact. But if you spend loads of time building your founder profile, obviously there's going to be diminishing marginal returns to each minute, hour you spend on that. And coupled with that, when I say build your founder profile, obviously don't do that at the expense of your business. Build a great business first and focus on that, because without that, you're not going to go anywhere. But once you've got the basics of that in place, then absolutely invest a bit of time in building this profile. And so a few simple ways that we can do this is using LinkedIn, using blogs, and using podcasts and conferences. So on LinkedIn, I'm always very impressed by those founders who are sharing insights on the industry on their LinkedIn profile. And you can do this as simply as either writing a post or writing an article. And then to really sort of power up those posts, get other people in your team, in your company or in your existing investor base to then share them and like them and comment on them. And that way you boost your audience and you'll get in front of more people. And if the people who are sharing this, liking this or commenting on this post are other investors, then they're going to share that to their investor networks, or that will at least show up in the feed of their investor networks, which can be a really powerful kind of organic, viral kind of process. So point one is writing LinkedIn articles. And coupled with that, you should definitely build a bit of a backlog of articles, a catalog of articles on Medium and setting up a Medium channel. There are a lot of venture capitalists, a lot of founders who are on Medium. So I'd recommend you go up and you set up a page there and you put your blogs there. None of these things are guaranteed, and none of these things are definitely going to get you in front of that dream investor, but every little helps. And these are some of those just marginal gains we can do just to build that founder profile, just that little bit, and hopefully just get us in front of that single investor who's going to open the floodgates for us. So do all of this with care, and just do all of this knowing that we're in this for the long haul. So building the Medium and building the LinkedIn backlog and the catalog, will take a bit of time, but it's definitely worth it when you get there. So still staying on LinkedIn, but moving away from the blogs, videos can be quite a powerful thing to do. Just videos of what you're up to. I've seen a couple of founders do great videos, just showing them visiting sites, speaking to customers, doing tours around the office, etc. It's just more great content. It's really easy to film on your phone. It doesn't take up a lot of time because you just do it as you'd be doing something anyway. And it just pushes you up the feed and gets you that kind of mind share of prospective investors, but also more broadly than that, potential customers, and it helps your employees engage with you and understand you a bit better as well. So I definitely do videos, and LinkedIn's a great place to do those. So the other two then are getting on podcasts. And there are a couple of easy ways to do that. Please feel free to message me if you want any of those insights rather than me going into them now. But definitely get on other people's podcasts and obviously get onto the appropriate, the relevant ones for your industry. So for example, if you're in the consumer space, there are great podcasts like D2C. And the people listening to those will be followers, will be peers, that will be investors in this industry who want to know and learn more about what's going on. So when you can get on there and you can present a unique view to the world, it really helps you, to dig your kind of talons in to the minds of those people who you're looking to fundraise from. Now, if you have a PR team, then you can certainly leverage that PR team to try and get you onto some of those podcasts. But if you don't, Either just do a search on iTunes or Apple Music, etc., or ask other founders, peer founders in your network in similar industries and verticals if they went on any, and better still, ask if they can recommend you into the host to see if you can get a slot. Now, the same approach is true for this final pillar to building your founder profile, and that is trying to get on stage at conferences or even virtual speaking sessions. And when I say that approach will still work, what I mean is if you've got a PR agency, they are great people to leverage to get you in the door at some of these places. And if not, ask your fellow founders which conferences, which virtual events, which virtual seminars, etc., panel sessions did they do, which ones were really relevant, which ones had great conversations, which ones had big audiences there, and ask if they will introduce you to the organizer. Failing that on both podcasts and events, just email them. As founders, you guys need to get used to being rainmakers if you're not already. So just email them, try your luck, and see what happens. So just to recap there, 4 ways to build your founder profile. Leverage LinkedIn with posts and videos. You can even use newsletters on the new LinkedIn functionality. Build a catalog of Medium posts and blogs that just explain what your thoughts are about your industry and where you see it going in the future. Try and get onto podcasts and try and get speaking sessions and slots on panels and industry events and conferences. Now, just repeating my caveats at the beginning there, Rome was not built in a day. So do not expect to do one of these blogs and suddenly you have every investor knocking down your door, but consistency is key here. Just like working out, for example, consistency is key. And after months, quarters, etc., you'll suddenly realize you've got this great catalog of insights and people will start resonating with those. And equally, don't prioritize this above building the business. But if you have the time and you can stay disciplined, allocating, say, an hour a week to doing a podcast or a blog can be a great way to build that consistency. And hopefully you'll see some returns from that. If you've got any questions or you want help implementing this or you want any other ideas, you want to build out that strategy as to how to do that, please don't hesitate to message me and I'd love to help you build that founder profile with you amongst helping you with your broader fundraising strategy. Thanks for listening, everyone, and I look forward to popping on in the next few days with some more material. I'd love to hear your comments and feedback. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.